Good morning, Ms. Lathan. Thank you, Mom, for coming. Appreciate it. Ms. Lathan, you're charged with assault of a family member. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present if you cannot afford one. One will be appointed to you. Okay.
Judge, the complainant reported being assaulted by the defendant, who is the complainant's daughter-in-law, at the defendant's residence in Harris County, Texas. The complainant stated she was at the residence with the defendant for the complainant's son's birthday. The complainant advised she engaged in a verbal altercation with the defendant about the child not saying goodbye. The defendant got into the victim's face and the defendant lunged at the complainant as if the defendant was going to strike her. The complainant stated her son and husband attempted to separate the defendant and the complainant, but the defendant was able to kick the complainant's right breast, causing a high level of pain due to recent breast cancer surgery. The complainant stated the defendant yelled, quote, "I will fuck you up," as she was pulled away. The defendant stated they had a get-together for the defendant's husband. The complainant became upset during that conversation, and the complainant was slamming doors, yelling and getting in the complainant's face, but did not kick the complainant as she was 9 months pregnant. The defendant was identified with a Texas driver's license.
I make a statement, Judge. And so this case was it 6 months later that it was filed? They never spoke to any of the witness. Janitha was present at that time. Terrell, who's a bailiff upstairs, was present at that time, which is Jillian's husband. He didn't want to go through the whole IED deal and give a statement just yet. But I did provide a witness statement from Janitha where she was there. She was 9 months pregnant at the time, Judge. She had her baby a week later. Her mother-in-law did have breast surgery, cancer surgery before on her breast, but she couldn't lift her leg up 3 inches, much less high enough to kick her in the breast. Police officer had none of the information with regards to Janitha being present. Janitha was there. There was the mother and the Terrell and the father holding the two back, I guess, from each other like this. It was split up, and then that was it. 6 months later, charges were filed against Miss Lathan, and that's it. Officers never spoke with anyone, didn't get the other side of the statement. Janitha did provide a witness statement. The court can ask Janitha. We're open to the court asking the questions to Ms. Kimbrough, where she didn't witness anything after it was split up. They went home, I guess, Janitha, and then that was it. There was no physical contact, anything of that nature. Nothing.
Give a response, Mike.
Judge, I haven't read the offense report thus far. I know that this is what the victim has reported. I don't know who the investigator spoke to, but I know this was a delayed report. That's why the 2B warrant was filed.
There was no documented injuries, Judge, no photographs, no nothing. They just on their own volition.
Remember, this is just mere probable cause, right? So, and the fact that, she's pregnant is unable to, I don't know that, right? So all this is a probable cause. It doesn't mean that you're guilty, right? Just it's a mere probable cause. There's still a lot before someone can be found guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. I mean, that's a lot higher standard than what we're just doing today. I am going to find that there's probable cause to go forward. What's the dynamic now? I guess it's 6 months down the road.
I mean, do
they want to have contact?
And there's the finding of probable cause. A lot of people get confused by this. This doesn't mean he thinks she's guilty. It just means there's enough evidence to allow the case to move forward to trial, where the standard is much, much higher, beyond a reasonable doubt. Now, watch how he handles it. This is where you see a good judge in action.
Still in contact with your mother-in-law?
So on Marilyn, is there still contact between you guys?
On and off, not too much.
Okay, so the only thing I'm going to ask is just don't have any threatening or harassing contact with this person. That's all I'm going to ask you to do at this point, okay? I'm not going to put any other conditions in your bond. Just be careful. Don't pick up any new cases. You got a great lawyer. I will waive your appearance. You don't have to waste your time coming to court. Mr. Kamek will tell you when you have to come back to court, and that's all there is to it. Just be nice. Don't pick up any new cases, You guys have any questions?
That's it.
So for now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to have just Michael create the bond conditions. We'll have you sign it, and then you guys are free to go. Just do your thing and just have fun.
Judge, did you set a bond amount?
Mr. Torres, you're charged with assault of a family member. You are facing a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
On October 15, 2024, officers dispatched to a welfare check at a residence in Harris County, Texas. Officers made contact with the complainant, who was observed to have a fresh, large bump to the back of her head. The complainant was observed to be very scared to speak to law enforcement at the time of their arrival, while the defendant was in the area. The complainant insisted that she wanted to leave the house and get out. The officers made contact with the defendant, who stated that him and the complainant had been dating for about 1 month and had recently had a couple verbal arguments. The defendant stated that he was outside and heard screams coming from inside. And when he came inside, he found the complainant on the floor in the living room and that she had fell from the stepping stool that was in the living room. The defendant stated that the argument never got physical between them, and the officer contacted the witness, who called in the welfare check and stated that he received a message from the complainant of a picture of a firearm. The witness stated that the complainant began sending him audio through WhatsApp, and on the audio, you can hear the complainant say, "Jose, run. He is going over there with a firearm. Run now." The second audio that was sent from the witness, you could hear the complainant telling him, "I was able to take the firearm away from him, but he had a knife. Run." The witness stated he called the complainant and was able to hear a disturbance between the complainant and a male. The complainant tells the witness, "I don't want to die," and the witness then overhears a male yell, "If you call the police, it will get worse." And then that's when the witness heard them arguing, and he can tell the defendant's mouth was then covered and can no longer talk. And then the complainant stated the defendant was upset that her ex-boyfriend was trying to pick her up, so the defendant placed a firearm inside his waist and said he was going to look for her ex-boyfriend, and he left the house. The complainant stated the defendant returned a short period later and continued to argue with her about leaving the house. And when the complainant was exiting the master bedroom and going towards the living room to leave, the defendant pushed her back, causing the complainant to fall to the ground and hitting her head with the floor. The complainant stated she lost consciousness after she fell, but when she woke back up, she was already laying on the bed when the defendant was there pleading that he was sorry and he didn't mean to hurt her. The complainant stated she did feel pain. And that's it, Your Honor.
So it is the pushing and falling on the floor and getting hurt that way. Okay. Mr. Torres, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. I'm ordering you as a condition of your bond not to have any contact with the complaining witness in this case. Do you understand? You don't understand?
No, not one time.
He said, no, he's not going to have contact.
Okay. I'm also ordering you not to be in possession of any weapons. No guns. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
If I find that you have a weapon, if I find that you try to have contact with this person, I'm going to put you in jail and you will not get any more PR bonds. Tell me, are you a United States citizen?
Yes, sir.
You are? I'm entering in what's called a magistrate's order for emergency protection. This is a court order that identifies Yolis Hernandez as a protected individual. You cannot commit family violence or an assault against this person. Commit an act in furtherance of an offense under section 42.072 of the Texas Penal Code, which is the stalking statute. You cannot threaten, harass, use another person to communicate a threat or harassing behavior. You cannot be in possession of a weapon or go within 200 feet of where she lives or where she works. Do you understand? If you violate this court order, the state can and will file an additional charge against you, violation of a protective order, and then it's really bad. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
If you ever have any questions, Mark can help you and guide you through this. Because you have a lawyer, I will waive your appearance so you don't have to waste your time coming to court, but you must stay in touch with Mr. Metzen. He will tell you if and when you have to come back to court. If he tells me he can't get a hold of you because you're playing games, I will issue a warrant for your arrest. So don't pick up any new cases, no contact and no weapons. That's it. Do you have any questions? Okay. As far as the bond is concerned, we need to take care of that.
Yes.
Do you have any prior criminal history that you guys see? Alex?
I can run his NCIC.
In Texas, no, Your Honor. I don't know. Outside, I doubt anything outside.
Your Honor, I don't see any other criminal history.
Mr. Torres, I'll set your bond at $500 and I will give you a PR bond today. Okay, but I will not give you another PR bond. If you pick up a new case or violate these conditions, I'm going to take that PR bond in a moment's notice. You understand? Okay, my friend. So take a seat. We'll have you sign all the documents, but don't leave until we let you go. Okay? All right. Okay. You want to do the other gentleman?
Yeah, let's do that.
Is this,
Mr. McDonald, Jonathan McDonald.
all right. So, Mr. McDonald, your lawyer wants me to set you a bond. I don't know anything about you. I've never met you before. I know you're going to tell me it's little bunnies jumping in the woods, but my main concern are two things. Are you a danger to the community? Number one, if you're not, and my other one is, are you going to go back to the jurisdiction you're wanted from? My other main concern is what you're wanted for, because I don't know. So, Amy, tell us about Mr. McDonald.
Yes, Judge Fletcher. So he's wanted from Faulkner County, Arkansas for a theft by receiving 1,000 to 5,000. It's a felony. You looked at his criminal history and would be opposed to a bond at this time. He had concerns about the danger of the community. In particular, he had in 2024 an arrest that resulted in 7 open charges.
So he had 7 open charges did you say last year?
This year, 2024.
Oh,
Yeah. Felony possession of a firearm by certain persons, driving with license suspended, failure to pay license fee, theft by receiving, which is separate from this one. And then a fake license plate, possession of controlled substance, and possession of drug paraphernalia. He's also had in 2021 forgery dismissed, felony property dismissed, felony domestic battery 18. He's had a federal firearm charge from 98, federal assault on a postal employee from 99 that ended in probation. And he's had 2 guilty convictions for theft of property and burglary in 88. So at the time, you should be asking for your bond for those reasons.
is he on probation or parole right now? Do you know?
Not that I know of. Dave's gonna come up in a second to tell you for sure, but I don't see that he's on it now.
What's your position?
Judge, we're asking for a bond because it looks like the Faulkner County, Arkansas case, this theft by receiving, it's not violent. Additionally, it was a warrant, so there's no failure to appear or any issues like that. I did,
His 8th charge this year, right?
I wasn't aware of that.
Can I speak?
Yes.
Sure.
Okay. She asked me about being arrested.
Let's not talk about the case.
Okay.
My case. My only
Okay.
concern is, I mean, you've got 8 cases this year.
8 cases this year.
May I, to the judge? Okay, Judge. I flew into Arkansas. My mom was dying.
Whoa, let's not talk about
Well,
that.
I have to give him some background so you can see what happened. I borrowed my ex's vehicle.
No, let's not just talk about that. Let's just not talk about that.
Okay, well, let me get to it. That's been just, I don't know why that ain't showing up. That's been dismissed. The only thing I've been charged with, the only thing I've agreed to is paraphernalia and her vehicle, not mine, her vehicle. But she's saying, everything.
Is it dismissed? Or out of the 7 charges, what happened?
I'm saying that they're
It was
arrested. Dave
dismissed.
said that they're open charges.
It was dismissed.
Still open.
That's what Dave said. But I am saying that he was arrested for them.
They're all still open.
The prosecutor dismissed all that gun stuff and all that. My lawyer just contacted me last week. The date where everything was supposed to have been done, they changed it to January 25th. I'm pleading out to the insurance and stuff on the vehicle. It wasn't my vehicle, but I'm pleading out to because I was driving it. And paraphernalia
Okay, so in
That's
January
it.
you'll be pleading.
to prepare paraphernalia. Yeah,
So
misdemeanor.
all 7 cases are still.
Everything gone. Only thing is,
My concern is that when you have all those open cases, it makes you more of a flight risk.
I've never fled from anything. In fact, Your Honor,
But you're here.
listen, I didn't flee. I never
I
had.
think it was, they filed a new case.
They
He's saying
filed, I
that
was
it
home.
wasn't, he did not flee. It was a warrant.
Is it 2B?
Yes, that's what my client stated.
But what I will tell you, Your Honor, the conviction she made in 1999, granted, yes, I did go into federal custody. The judge gave me a self-surrender. They sent me a letter saying, be here at this time and this date. I was there. I got there June 14th, 2 o'clock,
You don't mess with
1999.
the feds.
I didn't come out till 2004. But what I'm trying to tell you is, I got sent a letter to come to prison knowing I wouldn't get out for 5 years. I was there. I never ran from anything. I'm not dangerous. I've never not answered anything. Nothing. You will never find that. I've never escaped anything. In fact, if I just be honest with you, Your Honor, I don't even really know if you give me a bond, make it. So I'm like, I told her, you know what? I just do the 14 days
So
or
you don't
whatever.
want a bond?
Well, I want one, but at the same time,
Okay, let's
if it's gonna be a
Can I
big
just
bond.
speak for him? Thank you so
I'm
much. I
sorry.
appreciate that. Mr. McDonald also has a couple other background facts that I wanted to make you aware of, Judge. Number one, he does have health issues when he was arrested October 26th, 2 days ago. They took him to Ben Taub. He has a prior heart attack and stents. He says he did get his insulin shot, but he's got some diabetes and high blood pressure issues. So that's just another aspect to consider.
You know, Mr. McDonald, you got to understand this life is so precious. And when you have multiple heart attacks and you're using that kind of dope, you're begging.
Oh,
If you're using any kind of dope,
I've never used drugs.
if you do, you're begging for trouble. So I'm just saying, be careful when you're out there, especially if you have all those health issues. If I were to set you a bond, it would probably be somewhere in the neighborhood of around 5,000 to 10,000. So
No.
that's what it would normally be with these types of fugitive cases, just so you know.
Okay, Judge, I think we'll keep our waiver.
Okay. Hi, Jay.
Days right now.
Happy Monday, man.
Monday, how are you?
Tell me about, this is Mr. Tapia?
Tapia, Johnny.
So just with the, at very little notice, but he's wanted out of New Mexico for 2 counts of aggravated battery of a household member by impeding, interfering communication, and tampering with evidence due to the severity of the charges. And the amount of charges is that we would be opposed to a bond. I was also seeing that he was part of a protective order back in October of this year, and it's still current. It's the temporary protective order that's still active for another month, with the, I'm presuming the one for the impeding as a protected party.
So he has 2 open aggravated assault cases by strangulation?
Strangulation or suffocation, interference with communications, battery on a household member, tampering with evidence, with, it says in parentheses, so I'm not really sure how it's, but it says in this verbatim, highest crime, a capital first or second degree felony. And they want no bond in New Mexico.
Yeah, I'm sorry. It's a little bit too much baggage for me, Mr. Tapia. You know, I just, with all those charges, it makes you just too much of a flight risk for me. And it's just too much. It's just too dangerous. I'm sorry.
Even if I were to buy a plane ticket the next day, Your Honor?
Can't take a plane. You've got a warrant for your arrest. You get on a plane, they're going to arrest you the minute you try to get on. You can't take a plane. You got to find another way. My concern is that if we let you out, you're not going to go back. You'll take flight. And that's the main concern. Has he waived yet?
Not yet, Judge.
So the way it works now is if you waive extradition, we give that jurisdiction 14 days to come get you. And if they fail to come get you within that time, then we release you, or Harris County releases you.
So on the 15th day, I would be released.
Again, we talked about that, but again, the law says up to 30 days. Most likely it's 14 days, but except for extenuating circumstances, which we
The
discussed.
law says 30, but we have so many people in Harris County and so many people in jail. As a courtesy, we do 14 days, right? Sometimes, every so often, they'll ask for an extension. I may grant it, I may not. It depends on how much they want, you know. But typically, by and large, it's 14 days. And if they don't come within that time, they file a dismissal and they release you. But you got to understand, even if that happens, the warrant is always there and it will always remain there until you go back and take care of it.
Yes, sir. That's
So-
what I want to do is just take care of it. So
Well, we'll get you there for free here soon.
is it up to you guys or is it up to Albuquerque to?
It's up to them to actually come and get you. So we reach out to them and let them know, hey, we've got Mr. Tapi here. Can you come get him? And then depending on how many people, like, is it Albert? You said
Yeah,
Albuquerque?
it's New Mexico. It's Albuquerque.
From New Mexico, you know, they may want to try to get everybody at the same time. So that's where they try to arrange it all at one time. They don't want to come back and forth because it's thousands of dollars that they're spending just to come get you. You know, it's expensive. It's not cheap. And I'll tell you this too, guys, you know, when you pick up multiple fugitive cases, depending on where jurisdiction you're from, they may try to recover that money from you. So you got to be careful. You don't keep picking these cases up because they're going to charge you.
I didn't even know I had a warrant out. That's so.
Well, be careful, you know.
That's right.
Yeah. Okay, guys. Well, did you want to waive formal extradition?
I believe that's what I signed, right? I waived it.
The 14 days?
Yes, the 14
Is that
days.
what you want to do?
Yes, yes.
Okay, guys, we wish you the best of luck, okay?
Thank you, Judge.
You.
All right, gentlemen, you're gonna go right back through that door again for me. I'll be grabbing this.
Cases down in the docket, Judge.
Good morning, Mr. Sanchez Vasquez. Mr. Sanchez Vasquez, you're charged with driving while intoxicated, second offense. You are facing up to a year in jail and/or a $4,000 fine. You've worked out an agreement. They're offering you 100 days in jail. Credit for the 50 days that you've done. Is there an accident in this case, man?
I think,
Alex?
no, Your Honor, let me pull up the case.
I think he was just found in the driver's seat.
There's no accident, Your Honor.
Okay, great. Wonderful. I want to make a couple things clear to you that from now on, you are not my problem. This is now a second DWI. When you pick up a third DWI, now they will charge you with a felony offense. Instead of days, you are now facing years. And you'll be facing a minimum of 2 years in prison, a maximum of 10 years in prison for the rest of your life. If you were ever pulled over in a car, even the most remote smell of alcohol, you could be in prison for a very long time. What I'm trying to tell you is that if you even have a sip of alcohol, I wouldn't get into a car because you were taking a humongous risk. You give up a lot of rights by entering into this agreement. You give up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses, testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you are not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization under federal law. You give up the right to appeal. Once you plead guilty, you can never change this. Now, is it true or untrue that you had a 0.15 or above?
Yes.
Is it true or untrue that you had a prior DWI with us?
Yes, sir.
Is it also true that you had an open container in the car?
Yes, sir.
True to all the enhancements. How do you plead to the offense, guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
I will find you guilty, sentence you to 180 days.
100.
What did I say?
180.
Oh, sorry, 100 days in jail, 50 days credit, true to all enhancements. I'm going to suspend your license for 2 years. Is there an immigration detainer on this gentleman?
Yes, sir.
You now will be shipped off to immigration. The only other thing I'm going to tell you is that if you
This right here is the brutal, real-world consequence so many people don't think about. A second DWI isn't just a bigger fine. It's a permanent mark that turns your next mistake into a felony. And if you're not a citizen, it's a one-way ticket out of the country. Judge Fleisher isn't just sentencing him. He's giving him a devastatingly clear warning about the cliff he's standing on. The tone is almost parental, but the message is all business.
come back to this country, do it the right way. Ask for permission first, because if you get busted by the feds, you could be looking at serious time in federal prison. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
All right. Thanks.
So, Mr. Ray, Your Honor.
Morning, Judge.
Hi, Carl. How are you? Happy Monday.
Happy Monday. He has two other cases that are being dismissed as a condition of the plea. He has two other cases that are being dismissed.
So he's on deferred for an assault of a family member. As part of the agreement, they dismiss another assault. Now he's picked up another two cases. He picked up an interference.
The other assault was already dismissed prior to today.
Say it again?
The other assault was dismissed prior to today.
Yeah, but I mean, it was dismissed in conjunction with
Right.
him getting onto the deferred, right? And now he's picked up another two cases.
Perhaps the order has already been dismissed.
What would you guys like to do?
He was got to plead true on the motion to adjudicate pursuant to the agreement, and the other two cases are being dismissed by the state. 230 days credit for 73 serves.
I don't know. I don't know. They assessed him to do DDRP, and what happened?
Did complete DDRP on July 11, 2023. It looks like he was engaged and enrolled in aftercare.
You were doing so great. What happened?
Yes, sir. When I went to the Salvation Army, they were working us very, very hard, and I had my head down during one of our morning meetings, and they kicked me out for that.
What? That sounds so silly, though.
I'm serious. I'm serious.
Is that when the cops came and then everything just went haywire?
No, sir. They kicked me out. And from there, I had to find a ride back up to Humble, and then I've just been homeless since then.
What do you want to do?
I would like to do my time served, what he's planning to go with, just get my life back together.
Now you're going to end up with just more convictions, though, man. And now you'll end up with a conviction on an assault of a family member. That's what you're doing. Basically, what you're doing is you're pleading guilty to everything. Everything's now going to go on your record. You can now have another assault on your record. It's going to kill you.
Wasn't aware of that.
Do you want to stay on?
What's the option?
Are you taking any medication?
No, sir.
Should you be taking medication?
Sir.
Why aren't you taking?
I got kicked out of Salvation Army. That was the last of my medication.
What do you have in your life?
No one.
Where's no mom, dad? Where's mom and dad?
I have them, but my phone got stolen and my ID and social security card after the Salvation Army, so I wasn't able to talk to anyone for months.
You'd rather live on the street than live with mom and dad?
I'd rather live with them, but I need to get in contact first, that's all.
You can make that happen if you want.
Yes, please.
Will they take you is another question.
I'm wondering the same.
It looks like he has to do the aftercare, which is IOP and SOP. They also wanted him to remain in compliance with his mental health treatment. He also informed the officer at that time that he was not taking his medication due to all of the homelessness and everything at that time.
Yeah, I'm not going to take this. No, it serves you no purpose. All we do is basically you throw you out on the street, right back for you to do what you're doing now. You're going to end up with more convictions. Next time, now you're looking at up to 10 years in prison. This is not the right way to go through life, Mr. Ray. You know, you're going backwards instead of, did you graduate from high school?
Yes.
That's a
Yes,
good
sir.
thing.
I'm sorry.
That's great. No. So let's do this. Can you try to get in contact with mom and dad and see if they'll take him back?
Okay.
And then I would like to talk to your mom and dad too and see what we can do about getting you back at home and not living on the street. Why you would prefer to live on the street? Is it dope?
No, sir. I just got in contact with my mother literally like 2 days before I was arrested. She got me a phone, but I'm just not sure if she would let me live there. So if I could talk to her, maybe, but.
Let's see.
Okay.
Do you mind, Carl?
Not at all, Judge.
And I'll help you out as well. If you need, I'm happy to talk to mom as well to see what we can do to get you back on the straight and narrow. Can we get him tap funding?
He was, yes, he already qualified.
Great. Everything can be paid for you, man. Everything's going to be, we have it right there set for you. All you got to do is take the medication, get off the street. All right, okay.
As far as the bonds he's in custody on, Talk to mom first.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm not, I'm gonna tell you this now. Where we're trying to help you, I'm not gonna throw you out on the street. I'm not gonna let you out until we know that you have a place to stay. And when we release you, you have to get released to those people, mom and dad. I'm not releasing you to walk on the street and to just walk out and do nothing. No, the only way I'm gonna release you is if I know that you have a place to go to. Preferably mom and dad. Do you understand?
Sorry.
Make all the amends that you need to do. All right?
Sorry.
Okay. Thanks, Carl. Or, Steve. She cares for you. And what I want, Mr. Ray, is to find you a place. And the only way I'm going to do it is on two conditions. Number one, and most importantly, that you take the medication. You need it. And when you take it, good things happen. When you don't take it, what happens? You start wearing orange again. And it's over, and it's over, and it's over. And I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 criminal cases here to prove it. When you don't take the medication, bad things happen and you end up in jail. When you take it, the world is in your palms. Anything can happen when you take it. You have to continue. The other thing is that I'm giving you a curfew. I don't want you out in the middle of the night. Do you understand?
Sorry.
Do you want me to let you out on jail?
Sorry.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to extend you. And I'm telling you now, the next time you mess with us by not taking your medication, picking up a new case, or if you're mean to your mother, I'm just going to file a motion to revoke your probation. And then we will continue this game until you successfully complete the probation. I'm extending you now for another year. Yes, because I want you. The most important thing in your life that you need to do at this time is you have to get a job. Your mother and your father will not be here for the rest of your life. What's going to happen when they pass? You're going to have no one. And if you don't have a steady job with some kind of income, you're going to go nowhere in life. You'll end up broke, on the street, missing teeth. Really, what you're doing now, Mr. Ray,
Sorry.
what you're doing now is you're trying to set yourself up for the future. Do you understand? Can you get it done?
Sorry.
Mom,
Yeah,
did you get the phone number for the lawyer, for Carl?
I did.
Okay,
Yes.
that will be your point of contact for me. If you ever have any issues that Mr. Ray starts acting up, all you have to do is call Carl and he will get a hold of me and then I'll take care of business for you.
Okay.
So
Okay.
you have a direct line to me so that if you ever need me for any reason, he starts acting up, all you have to do is let me know and I'll take care of it for you. You must listen and follow her rules. I don't care what you think of them. Otherwise, you know what happens. You have any questions?
No, sir.
I am going to put a monitor on your ankle so I know where you are at all times. If you take off and just leave, a motion to revoke is going to be filed. And I'm telling you now, I will not take the time served. We are going to continue doing this until you successfully complete the probation. My goal is to have you working in a job for a long time. That's the goal. And when you can do that, and when you can show me that, one, you're taking your medication constantly, and number two, that you've got a good job and that you've stayed there for a while, I'll take you off. That's the idea, so that you can be there and have a future for yourself. Do you have any questions?
Sorry.
That's it.
You are bonds.
So I'm going to give him a bond today. He's, how is he going to get to your house? Do you have any way, where do you live? Do you live here in Houston?
I live in Kingwood.
Kingwood? I don't have someone that can take him to your house though. My only issue is.
All right.
I would like to release him to your custody so we know that he actually goes with you. Is that possible?
Okay. Yes, I can come down and pick him up.
Wonderful. So we will do release instructions that he's only allowed to be released to mom. I'm not going to play this game again with you. We're giving you another chance. All I'm asking you to do is make me proud. Can you get it done?
Sorry.
All right, make me proud. Okay. All right, Carl.
Thank you.
Got it. Thank you so much for taking my call, Miss Ray.
Thank you so much, Judge,
Yes.
for being such a caring and I
Well,
like that. Thank you so much.
I hope it,
appreciate
I hope it works. And if it doesn't, just call me. We'll keep doing this until it works.